Okay, this is a recording on z-scores and what they are. Okay, so the basic idea is that standard deviation is the unit that we use to measure like the weirdness um, of a particular data point. So the weirdness of that point is its z-score. So it's how many standard deviations is it from the center or from the mean. And we usually consider z-scores between 2 and -2 to be ordinary. So anything between -2 and 2 are ordinary values, and that we get by the range rule of thumb, that we assume that the range has a width of about 4 standard deviations. So we get a formula for this. The z-score is going to be whatever value you are minus the mean for the population, so that's x minus u, over the standard deviation of the population, which is sigma. All right, so let's give an example here. In a previous lesson, we had that women's heights have a bell-shaped symmetric distribution with a mean of 65 inches and a standard deviation of 3.5 inches. So this is the distribution for all women's heights. So let's say that we have a woman who is 5'9" tall, which is a total of 69 inches. So let's figure out how odd that would be. So the z-score for this is you take that 69, that's your score, minus the mean score, which was 65, and divide that by 3.5. So that's like 4 over 3.5, which works out to be 1.14. So the unit there is standard deviations. This woman at 5'9" tall is 1.14 standard deviations from the mean, which that's their z-score. So that's definitively between -2 and 2, so that's an ordinary value. So this is a woman who is slightly taller than average. So let's give a second example here. Let's take Yao Ming. So Yao Ming was a professional basketball player. He is Chinese and is 7'6" tall, which makes Yao Ming 90 inches tall. Pretty tall guy. Okay, so let's see. We know from earlier also that men's heights have a mean of 70 inches and a standard deviation of 4 inches. So Yao Ming's z-score is going to be 90, his height, minus 70, the mean height, over the standard deviation 4. So if I look at that, 90 minus 70 is 20, divided by 4 is 5. So Yao Ming is 5 standard deviations above the mean. Now, anything between -2 and 2 is considered ordinary. So this guy is not just like extraordinary, he's way above the mean. So yeah, a z-score of 5 is an extreme value. So not only is Yao Ming tall, he is extremely tall, statistically speaking. Okay, so right here we have a way to determine how weird something is if we know the mean and standard deviation of a set and we know a particular value's value.